I'm doing some Santulan and yeah, they think I maybe the dude. Yeah. So let me say a pleasant good morning as usual to the listeners of 103.1 FM. You know, always a pleasure to be in your company on a Tuesday morning, discussing health. Health, of course, from a natural and integrated perspective. So yours truly, Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. Keep in mind our program is interactive, so the more questions, the better. You know, it's always good to find out what persons want, what might be affecting you to make it more personal and, of course, more interactive, more beneficial to you. So we're going to give you those telephone numbers in a little bit. Keep in mind our locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number for Chaguanas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is located at the corner of Ramson Mudge Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. And St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113. So the topic this morning, we're highlighting two products that we carry at Batson and Associates. One is a product that I've spoken about a lot, and it's a product I like, and that is the Nerve Restore. Now, a lot of persons do not understand what stress does to the body. So we're going to talk a bit about stress and how stress affects you. And we're going to speak a little bit about pain based on a product we carry called Inflammation Formula, because all pain is as a result of inflammation, or what is referred to as inflammatory response in the body. So that's what we're going to discuss today. So Nerve Restore. Sleep. Why is sleep important? So sleep is basically responsible for one thing and one thing only. Apart from rejuvenating the body, sleep primarily is responsible for the rejuvenation of neurotransmitters and the production of neurotransmitters. So your liver is the organ that converts protein to amino acids to protein. And your body actually uses amino acid as the building blocks for neurotransmitters. So things like epinephrine, norepinephrine, serotonin, melatonin, that type of thing. So if you have a problem with neurotransmitters or a problem with amino acids, you're going to have issues with sleep, anxiety, depression, a number of things. So how are we fixing that? And that's when Nerve Restore comes in. But apart from that, stress is something that all of us have to face. Some people have more stress than others. But your ability to manage stress from the perspective of anatomy and physiology is what is important. So in other words, how do you give your body what your body needs in order to manage stress properly? Because I'll tell you something, you can't deal with stress just like that unless there is some supplemental factor associated with it. And that's why Nerve Restore was really designed, because Nerve Restore is an adaptogen, and what it actually helps the body to do is reduce cortisol level, which is the stress hormone. So it actually helps you feeling good. I was just having a conversation with Shaki this morning, and Shaki was saying, Dr. Batson, I have to give you a testimony about that product. Because if you're accustomed functioning at 100%, if you're that fortunate, when you use Nerve Restore, you'll function 200%. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, because I use the product. And I use it on a daily basis because it actually, and let me tell you something, if you think you were sleeping good before, take what I'm telling you, you don't know what good sleep is until you use that product. This sleep, because what it does, it facilitates sleeping. So it doesn't behave like most sleeping medication where it sedates you. Even naturally, we know soursop, for example, is very good for sleep. But what soursop does, it literally has sedative properties. So if you use soursop, you can't operate machinery, you can't drive. That is not what with Nerve Restore. You will use Nerve Restore tonight, and you will get up in the morning. And let me tell you what makes this product work so good because of what it does to the body from the perspective of anatomy and physiology. It actually induces or helps your body to maintain proper REM sleep. Now, there are two types of sleep cycles. You know, you go into one cycle to the other. So you interchange cycles when you sleep. So REM sleep, which is an acronym for rapid eye movement, is deep sleep. That is the sleep where your body accomplishes the most. You are able to rest properly, you rejuvenate, your neurotransmitters are replenished, that type of thing. So it means you are less likely to have a nervous breakdown. You are less likely to be seriously affected by stress to the point of having anxiety, depression, and that type of thing. So, I always tell persons, you have to stack the odds in your favor. So people who work very hard, people who work night, you see people who work night shift, that is also a very good product for you, because I don't know if you are aware, when you miss night sleep, Harvard had done a study some years ago, and one of the things they prove is that people who work night shift, and we're not talking about working from till 12 o'clock or maybe till 10, that type of thing. We're talking about people who actually work into night, into morning. They say that when you do that consistently for a period of time, maybe 30 years, you actually take off 8 to 14 years off your lifespan. Now, think about that for a minute. Now, I'm not saying not to work night, because you have to work, you have to provide for your family. But give your body what your body needs so that your body could actually do better and improve that situation. And that's one of the things Nerve Restore does. Because if you get 2 hours of sleep, when you use Nerve Restore, your 2 hours of sleep is equivalent to almost 6 hours in terms of the rest, the recuperation that you get. So that's something I suggest you try if you have a problem with sleeping. If you know someone who may be going through PMS, which is postmenopausal syndrome, is going to also help. Female who have problems with hormonal imbalance. So you may have a problem where you're going through menopause now, or you may be premenopause or menopause or postmenopause. That's also something that's going to help, because it actually works on the central nervous system and actually helps to manage stress, reduce stress, inflammation, and cortisol levels in the body. That product, again, is Nerve Restore, so you can feel free to give us a call. The telephone number for Shagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. And all those offices have the product, as well as you can ask for delivery. We also have a road delivery option. Any questions yet, Karen?
Yep, we do have a question for you, and this is related to the digestive system. So the question is, after eating dinner as early as 7, I'm thinking all is good. I go to bed maybe around 10:30, but then I wake up in the middle of the night with food riding up my stomach. What is causing that to happen? If I burp a few times, then I feel a little relief.
Well, that person has issue with proper digestion. They also have some problems with flatulence and gas and bloating. Now, what a lot of people do not understand, first of all, your stomach or your colon is the most important organ in your body. Why? It is responsible for the assimilation of food, or the proper assimilation of food. And it is also responsible for the elimination of waste. Now, if you're having problems with bloating, gas, belching, acid reflux, you feel like food right in your stomach, a lot of burning and that type of thing, it means that your food is not digesting properly. Now, that could be as a result of a number of things. Poor combination is something that you need to pay attention to. You do not eat fruits with protein. Do not do that. If you're eating fruits, you eat fruits by themselves, and ideally, you shouldn't mix too much fruits together either. So, some people will do fruit salads. You need to be careful with that. Because sometimes, like watermelon, for example, watermelon is a very funny fruit in terms of what it has in terms of the component, because that has nitric oxide in it. Well, it actually has L-arginine, which is the precursor for nitric oxide. But the problem with that, it could cause a lot of fermentation in the gut if you mix it with wrong foods. So like people put salad and they put eggs in their salad. You need to be careful with that. That could cause some problems. So the thing is, if you eat fruits, you should eat fruits like a certain time, and then you allow like 2 hours to pass. And then you could actually have things like your rice, your meat, your beans, that type of thing. But apart from that, we also carry products for digestion, obviously. Santulan is one of my favorites, but I like gastro tea. So there's actually a tea that we have to improve gastrointestinal balance in the body. So the tea actually works in improving your digestion. So less bloating, less gas. Gas is a deadly thing. If gas goes in certain places, you can be in problems. Gas can actually go in your head and cause severe headaches. It can even get so bad that it can actually have a cardiovascular problem, because gas travels, and if it gets in certain parts of the body, you are going to. I don't know if you ever got bad gas pain yet, Karen. You ever didn't eat for a period of time or something, and the worst thing is to not eat on time, miss meals, and then wait until you reach home and go and eat a whole mountain full of no. You're going to put yourself in a lot. You're going to mash up your digestive system in doing that. You're supposed to drink a hot cup of tea. So you can check out our information, our offices, our social media. Keep in mind, we are live on social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. So you could always get some information. Find out about the gastro tea. We have Horton, we have Puer, we have Oolong. Those teas very good for diabetes, weight loss, a number of things. So you can always call and get some information. We have a question?
Well, someone in Florida wants to know if you will be able to ship products there.
Yes, we can. So what you can do, you can take this number. You can call area code, of course, 868. And then the number is 373-2388. So that'll be 868-373-2388. Call that number and you could actually, or WhatsApp us, and we'll be able to give you the necessary information in terms of price and shipping and whatever the case may be. Okay.
All right. Here's another question for you. How would Nerve Restore supplement help with my daughter? She is an intellectually deficient person.
Intellectual deficient is a bit broad, but I could understand the question. So let me just break it down. If you're looking at something like attention deficit hyperintensity disorder, if you're looking at dyslexia, if you're looking at autism, which all three of those can cause, some, mental issue. Then you're looking at things like, you need to deal with the central nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic, which is the autonomic nervous system. So definitely Nerve Restore will help, but you will have to use, there's a product we carry called Cerebral. I like it. Very good product. It actually is used in when I say that, the ingredient profile rather, is actually used with persons who have attention deficit hyperintensity disorder. Because people who have ADHD, actually what that product does, it actually helps you to concentrate. So it gives you the ability to focus. And of course, when you focus, you tend to be intellectually better at absorbing information, retention, the ability to regurgitate information, to recall information is also very good as well. So you're looking at Nerve Restore, you're looking at Cerebral. I would recommend the Omega with the astaxanthin once the child or the individual does not have any allergies to shell food or do not belong to the religious persuasion that is Seventh-day Adventist, because of the ingredient profile in that. It has some shell food in it. But beneficial as regards to the astaxanthin, which could actually help significantly.
And the cost of those products?
Okay, what you'll do, if you call, because I don't call price, you can just call the office and they'll give you the information. All right, that number, again, the main number you can call is 222, that's 222-8261. Again, that's 222-8261. They could always direct you to any of the other offices. Okay. We have a question? Okay, good. So back to what we're discussing. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our social media listeners. Miss Jean Flame, pleasant good morning to you. Miss Anika John, she's pleasant good day to you. She says, we take so much for granted, and it's a great deal when knowledge is shared, especially when especially when it changes lives, saves lives, and protects lives. Dr. Batson, you are sharing awesome knowledge, building a legacy that can impact many and return huge blessings. Yeah, I totally agree with that. You're very welcome, my dear. Oliver Marin, a pleasant good day to you. Someone is asking the question, do you have any products for fibroids? Yes, we do. We have a number of products. Women's formula, which we do not have in stock right now, unfortunately, but we will get that, God's willing, like within this month. There's something called uterine formula, which also, and that's to tell you how fibroids and polycystic ovaries is such a big thing. Yes, we have a question. Let me.
Can you please ask Dr. Batson, how effective is Bacopa for studying and strengthening memory? Because I have exams, I'm interested in taking supplements to help with study and memory recall.
That person hit the nail on the head. One of the ingredient profile in Cerebral is Bacopa. Yeah, which is the scientific name is Bacopa, is Mumri, they pronounce it, boy, or memory, M-E-M, MEMRRIE or something like that. But that's actually referred to, Muri. So that's actually referred to as the Indian ginseng. So it's used a lot in Ayurvedic medicine. And that's one of the things which is why that preparation was done. We did it in the way that we did it. So yeah, the cerebral is definitely something to help. I'm very brand specific. I've proven time and time again the importance of potency and efficacy, especially as regards to nerve restore. There is no one who used that product and didn't come back for it. It really works. Same thing with the cerebral. Optimizer is also a very good product for recall. It improves blood circulation to the brain as well. Question?
So can you use both the cerebral formula and the nerve restore?
You can. However, what we advise gets final guidance from front desk, one of our consultants, that type of thing. If you are on medication, let me make this clear. So if someone is on medication for anxiety, depression, which is why we normally recommend that you do a consultation, then you cannot use nerve restore unless we have to structure how you use it, right? Cerebral as well, but you can use cerebral and nerve restore together. I use it as well as optimizer. We'll just tell you when. So in most cases, the nerve restore will be breakfast, cerebral will be with dinner, and optimizer also be with dinner. And those would be very effective there.
Another question for you. I'd like to know if nerve restore can help someone with Parkinson's.
Yeah, definitely. Remember Parkinson, Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, all those things fall in the category of central nervous system disorders. And Parkinson has a lot to do with lack of blood flow to the brain, lack of proper circulation in the brain. So optimizer going to help, nerve restore going to help. If I'm dealing with a Parkinson patient who has already been medicated, depending on the type of medication it is, then your protocol has to be designed in a particular way. But definitely, we could correct that situation. And nerve restore can also help in that light.
Okay, another question for you. This is for someone who has a neck injury. So her neck it's slightly furrowed. She says she feels dizzy when she has to move her head. So she's asking if you may have anything that can help.
Yeah, dizziness. There's something known as vertigo, which is usually the medical term for dizziness, lightheadedness. Most people who are dizzy, you'll be dizzy for a number of reasons. One, if you have low blood, if you have problems, so if you're anemic or have some sort of anemic trait, thalassemia, that type of thing, that could cause weakness. Most of the time is lack of blood flow to the brain. Even people who have tinnitus, which God forbid you don't want to get, that's a ringing in the ears where you're just hearing, but that's an indication of central nervous system issue. Even chiropractic work might help because you may have pinching in the cerebral aspect of the spine, anywhere between C1 to C7. So products that will help, that nerve restore will help, optimizer would help. Keep in mind the water, alkaline water, very important, because that of course has ORP, which is oxidative reduction potential. Yes, question?
Okay, so we just have a couple more questions because
before we finish.
Running out. Yep. So this person says, my granddaughter is 3 years old. She has problems passing stools. We took her to the doctor. He recommended Metronidazole, but she doesn't really like it. The problem is that she is constipated. Is there anything you can help?
Yeah, the thing is, what you need to do with children, some children just want to give a little problem sometimes, but at the end of the day, the adults need to find ways into encouraging them. So definitely you need to look at the water intake. That child is not drinking enough water. You need to look at the diet. That child should not be using meat if you're giving her meat. There are products that we carry. The silver with mineral formula is very good, together with a blend that we have, either the inflammation or the berry blend that we have, which is very popular among children, women, because of the taste. And we could work in that situation, but you need to really get that under control and look at the diet, because a lot of the times it is dependent on the diet. Okay?
And one more question for you. This is someone who says he goes to go to bed every night, somewhere between 9:30 to 10. Then he wakes up every morning about 5. But now he just cannot wake up on time. He has trouble waking up. He struggles to get out of bed. He sleeps until 7. And then when he gets up, he doesn't feel very well.
How old?
So he feels really ill and he just wants to sleep, have good, proper sleep. He didn't leave an age though.
The best thing with all that whole Saniba problems, you just read for me there.
Oh, he's 34.
And I mean it in the best way. You need to come and give us a visit. We need to do a blood analysis. Keep in mind, we do blood, live blood, dry blood, which gives us a good look at your biological terrain. So I would suggest you make an arrangement and come in and have that package. Live blood, dry blood, magnetic resonance analysis, executive consultation, you're complimentary for detox. Man, and when we finish with you, you're brand new. So give us a check out. So very quickly, that telephone number for the Shogunas office, which will give you access to all offices. That number is 222-8261. Keep in mind our social media. We are Batson & Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson & Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson & Associates Trinidad. As we always say at Batson & Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless you guys. Again, always a pleasure, Karen. Till next week. And do enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take care. Be safe.
Thank you. And the same to you. You've been listening to special segment on 103.1 FM, brought to you by Batson and Associates with Dr. Jason Batson. That was a paid program. The views expressed within would...
Yes, my social media family. Miss Jane Flame. Pleasant good morning to you, Miss Jane Flame. Technically gave us well, not technically, she gave a testimony here. She says, I can attest to the nerve restore, sleep and renew, sleeping like a baby. Genesis is excellent for the entire system, which I'm also using again. Also good for patients, recovery for stroke patients. Thanks to Dr. Batson. May God continue to protect and bless him. Thank you so very much. I sincerely thank you for that. Right? Always good to help persons. Miss Kelly Shah is asking, can a child suffer from vertigo? Yes, they can. Children nowadays can suffer from anything, my dear. Children now are getting strokes, they're getting heart attacks, they're getting diabetes. I see some children the other day and I'm always highly annoyed that I can't have a child that size. You can't be living in my house and big so. Nah. I will. No, that's unacceptable. So, you know, we do weight loss packages and programs safely for children. One thing I'll say before we finish, parents, you need to pay attention to your children, especially children born 2000, 2005, all around there. Because a lot of them diabetics, they already have adolescent diabetes, they have adolescent obesity. And the thing is, these children are going to be teased and bullied in school because of the size too. No, these children nowadays, kind of a little heartless. They're worse than in my time. I remember in my time, you know, we used to make one or two little joke and call people fatty bully and thing. I know it was that, but children now different. And people talk about body shaming, which I have an issue with that terminology because I don't think people, where we live in a world now where people think, well, okay, it's okay for you to be obese. And if it is you're telling someone about this size, then you're body shaming. It's not a matter of body shaming. It's a matter of a genuine health concern. Because if you are obese, your likelihood of developing certain issues and complications, diabetes, hypertension, and those things are significantly increased. So what nonsense you're talking about body shaming? That's not body shaming. There is nothing wrong with admitting that you need help, or nothing is wrong with admitting if there's improvement that needs to be made. One of the greatest lessons I have learned and I believe in is that you could always better your best in anything, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, emotional, financially. You could always better your best. There's always room for improvement. So once you have that mindset and you know you're coachable, teachable, which most people are not, then you don't have an issue. You understand. Nobody is not trying to berate you or to be facetious or to be condescending in any matter. But it's a matter of letting you know, hey, listen to me, based on sense, based on anatomy and physiology, you cannot carry a certain size, especially as a child. Why we have children so big? They need to do better than that. Do you recommend intermittent fasting? I love intermittent fasting. I always tell persons intermittent fasting is a very good thing in the sense that it gives the body the ability to do a number of things, in the sense that you're actually able to help regenerate the body, help recuperate the body. Actually, one of the things I'm going to do just now, I'm going to be doing a product for fasting that's actually going to accelerate a number of things in the body, right? So that's something you guys can look forward to. Okay, so I'm looking to take my exit now. Keep in mind, we do have an upcoming program. We are going to be on Freedom 106.5 FM, and we're going to be on that program, God's willing, from 1:15 to 2. Do we have 45 minutes today again? I'm not sure. We either have 45 minutes or 30 minutes. So the program will go, it begins at 1:15, and of course, if we have 30 minutes, it will go to 1:45. If we have 45, it will go to 2 p.m. And then we're picking up DJ Mamu, radiott.com, and that's at 2:15. So those of you who may, have somebody who may be interested or they're listening, let me say a pleasant good morning to one of my clients who, really make my job worth it. I mean, all the clients make my job worth it, but when I see people who get results, Miss Pearl Peters, and this lady had given us a testimony, her daughter, she did so well in her exams because she was very sickly. She had a number of issues, and, thank God they came to Batson Associates, they followed the program, and she got exceptionally good results. And this person is actually 16 years. So parents who have children, keep in mind too, when you have children who go into school and have exams and things, you need to know what these children eating. Remember, there are not a lot of mental, emotional, psychological stress. If they're not feeding their bodies properly, you're going to end up with a mad child. Now, some people might find that very blunt and whatever, but I mean, it's the reality. We have a lot of children suffering from depression now and anxiety. They don't sleep, they can't sleep. No. Fix it before it gets bad. Where there is smoke, there is fire. So don't wait for the house to burn down. So give Batson Associates a call. And, that telephone number, you can get us. Shogunas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Michelle DeGans. A pleasant good morning to you, my dear. I believe, if I'm not correct, this client could say a lot about nerve restore, if my memory serves me correct, because I think this was an individual who got some exceptional results. Or if I tell all you, sorry, I said all you. Y'all people, Facebook, Batson Associates Limited, Instagram, Batson Associates TT, YouTube, Batson Associates TT. Okay, so join us at 1:15 for that next program. We'll be going live with Third Base on Freedom 106.5 FM. So you all could tune into that. As I said, if you have somebody who looking, they want to know, because you always have some people who figure, hey, these doctors and them on smart. Not Dr. Batson. I don't have time for that. Right? We're about helping people. If people tell you it's expensive, you're not spending any money on me, my dear. You're spending any money on yourself. We have to understand in our culture, we do not put our health first. We have money. You have two responsibilities. You might have children, you might have a house, you have a mortgage, you have a car. Nobody is saying no. But in the final analysis, who is at the helm? Who is the person driving the bus? You, right? So the bus wants tires. The bus has to get clean. The bus has to get wherever service. But if it is you as the driver not healthy, what's going to happen to the bus? It eventually stop, it crash, something happen. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They take their health for granted. And it's only when water more than flour, you end up by the doctor. And this is something I always tell people, and it might sound again condescending or rude to some people, but even when you have money, so you might be holding some change, that ain't gonna save you. Your body, don't forget to know. So don't feel you could ill-treat your body, eat where you want, do where you want, and because you have a little bit of money, you figure you'll get away. No. No, it don't work so. Billionaires die already, before their time. I don't want to call names, but you can look. And they die from serious things, cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, colorectal cancer. And they'll give every cent that they have, every cent, to get back their health. If they could exchange with somebody, it don't work so. Your body is your body. So if you're ill-treated, you like rum, you like to drink plenty of alcohol, you go ahead, drink. But you're going to have a consequence to pay for that. You like to smoke, all right? Nobody is saying no. Smoking is one of the hardest things to stop. But let me see. Are you in some situations with that? Because your liver going to start to give you a problem. You have high blood pressure. You're not taking people medication. You're not checking your pressure. You're going to end up on a dialysis machine. And listen to me, that is not going to Barbados or going to Tobago and lying down and starving. That's pressure. You have to find yourself in a clinic every day, not every day, 3 days a week, and you have to sit down for 2.5 hours, 3, maybe 4 hours, for them to drain and take out. That ain't no kind of fun. So take care of what you get and try to your best to take care of yourself. And that's what Batson and Associates is here for. I'm not in the politics. I always tell people that. I'm a man of results. You want results, you want to get better, you're serious, you're willing to work, you're willing to put in the work, then come to Batson and Associates. If you know you're nonsense, you're lazy, you want somebody to hold your hand, and no. You're making a baby, I'm not with you. You need to organize your business. All right? Pinky Pinks, good morning to you, my darling. Pleasant good day to you. Miss Linda Budram, Miss Keisha. Keisha have a fancy surname. I think that J is pronounced as a H, so that's Pohote. Kamla Samaru, Oliver Marin, who I know is an ardent listener. Thank you very much so much. Ms. Digams is asking a question. She says, if someone has constipation issues, what they can use on a daily basis besides water they are drinking, but having issues still, they're going to take a solar cleanse. Will that help, or will a probiotic help? Okay, what I would say, Ms. Digans, it depends, You see, the thing is, constipation could be caused by a number of reasons, It could be an autonomic nervous system problem. So sympathetic, parasympathetic, that could be one issue. It could also be an issue as regards to hormonal imbalance. It could also be an issue with some nervous or nerve issue or nerve pinching in the spine, because your spine could actually interfere with your bowel movement. Because bowel movement is a central nervous system function. Bowel movement belongs under the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic. I can't remember which one. But that is what thing. So a perfect example, when you have an exam and you're nervous and you have anxiety, what is happening to you? That's some people just get diarrhea, Yeah. But they can't control that nervous system. It's too much on nerves. Okay? So feel free to give us a call or visit. Again, those telephone numbers. For Shagonas is 222-8261. Keep in mind our pensioner package. So if it is someone, pensioner, we have a very good package there. We also have the executive consultation package, which I believe is a good thing. That is a good value for your money because you get your live blood, your dry blood, you get your magnetic resonance analysis. You also get your executive consultation with the consultant. Let me note something. That test package that you're getting does not necessarily, that has to do with a consultant and not necessarily Dr. Batson, not necessarily myself. I review the clients who require review, but those are specific days for that, okay? So remember, dialogue is important. I know a lot of people like to see me sitting down in front of them, and I know everybody like that, that number one-on-one touch. But we live in a world now where time is of the essence, and I'm not into hustling or shortcut, but I'm saying a lot of times, that we could do maybe the first time, but after that, subsequent a call, a Zoom call, whatever the case may be. We need to get it done because you're sick, you ain't feeling good enough. So the better and the quicker we get it over with to know what is going on with you, the better we're able to help you. All right? So again, those telephone numbers for Shagonas is 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. I'm actually going to be in St. James on Saturday, God's willing. That number is 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, 226-4553. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Those of you who can join us at 1:15, for that program on Freedom 106.5 FM. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Elizabeth Nandlal. Pleasant good morning to you. Michelle Gan says, yes, the person has a hormone imbalance. They took a bioscan and it showed something like backup and myoma on the nipple as well. Okay. All right. I'm not too clear with some of the terms used there, but okay, if we deal with hormonal imbalance, that could obviously affect that particular aspect of constipation. It would interfere with a number of things. So they could come, they could have a consultation, and let's help them. Okay? So take care again. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See you all at 1:15.